Hey, we're back. Hi, Top Groove Hill. Welcome in Free Talk Radio. Tim Bay, Frank Mitchell, Nita Stuff. We're here. And now we have the opportunity, the pleasure, the honor to talk to our sheriff. Good afternoon, Sheriff Jenkins. Good afternoon.
Sheriff.
Tim, Anita, how are you?
We're fine. How are you? What's it like?
Well, I got to tell you, it's about 101 outside, but we spent the entire day out today. I got to tell you, I can't describe what I'm seeing down here that we don't have a clue where you're at up in Frederick.
Really?
Tim, this is totally unbelievable. I've got so much to digest and think about, and I've taken a lot of notes, and it's just a lot. I got to tell you, I would describe it as an invasion of America. I would describe it as a human migration for survival and also a combat zone.
Wow.
Do they just walk? I mean, describe it. Do they just walk across? I mean, what are you seeing?
It's so much. Tomorrow we'll be out in the belly of the beast. We'll be out on the river. We'll be in the air. We'll be on boats. We've arranged to go up in the air and fly over the borders, the border areas through the different sectors. So that's going to be tomorrow. What I've done today, I met with the sheriff out here, Sheriff Guerrera of Hidalgo County. I've met with, we as a group have met with Department of Public Safety. We attended an operational briefing. It's very impressive what's going on down here. It's an all hands-on-deck effort. Every law enforcement agency is putting every resource they have into it. Then we went visited a Border Patrol station this afternoon at West Laco. And I have to tell you all, what you see on CNN and Fox News doesn't do justice or doesn't really portray what's really going on. It's sad to see the number of kids that are being held and processed because they don't have anything to do with them. There's nothing.
Where are they housing them, Sheriff? Where are they taking the children?
Well, my understanding is once that they're processed by Border Patrol. Border Patrol is doing their job. I got to tell you, hats off to the men and women doing their job. They are getting it done. But beyond that, the bottleneck is where policy and politics comes into play, because once they're processed, then there's really nowhere to send them. So that's why they're looking for locations outside of this area to send and house these kids. And I saw kids in this facility anywhere from ages 2 to 17. Unbelievable.
I know when I've seen some on the TV, Sheriff, it's not been young children. They've looked like young men. That's the part that concerns me.
Well, and yeah, there are some of those, but let me tell you what's going on here. And I could probably take up 5 radio shows talking about it. But
we encourage you when you get back to come see us, of course. But go ahead, tell us more.
Yeah, you have the human wave coming across, which really truly is for survival. I get that, understand that. But on the other side of it, and as much as they're here, they keep the Border Patrol occupied by taking care of them and tending to them, where the bad guys are coming in the back door in droves.
Mm-hmm.
They're processing, they're telling me, over 1,000 per day. And 1,000 people a day are coming across this river, putting up their hands and say, "You got me, I'm here. Now what are you going to do with it?" At the same time, you've got the bad guys coming in, the drug cartels, the
gangbangers.
Yeah, the transnational criminal organizations. You've got, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I'm telling you.
But the cost for the United States to try and take care of all these people is just, we just don't have the money.
We don't have the money, but you know what? We don't have a leader. We don't have a leader in Washington. We don't have leaders in Congress, because this could all be avoided with resources, enforcement, and a policy that needs to be changed. Because again, the bottleneck is where policy holds everything up.
Do you see any of the border people just turn people away at the border? Have you seen any of that?
No, they don't turn them away. What they do is they basically come in. The people come across, turn themselves in. They put their hands up and say, "Hey, I'm turning myself in. I'm here." Then the law is that they have to be processed. So they're not turning them over at the border and taking them back. That's not being done.
Where's the majority, Sheriff? Where's the majority of the children coming from?
Well, the Central American countries. They're what they categorize. The Border Patrol categorizes them as OTMs, other than Mexicans. So. They are from the Central American countries. They're traveling anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 miles. They're being victimized on the route of travel. They're being pillaged. They're being raped. They're being abused. They're being massacred. And it's just a lot to take in.
Well, I think it's wonderful that you and the other sheriffs have gone down there, because we can't even get the president to go down there.
Well, I got to tell you, I hear, and now listen, I know I'm being criticized for being out of Frederick, but just for those who want to criticize, I think it would have been a negligent for me to have the opportunity and not to have gone.
Oh, I agree.
And just for their information, I've been doing my sheriffing duties with my handheld device. I've been doing things like approving hires, approving employment requisitions, all the things I would do on a daily basis, I'm still doing. So tell the people who criticize to get over it.
You know, I know. When I was president of the commissioners, I had to be out of the area at times, and it gets done.
How much contact are you having with the group that's sponsoring this, Sheriff? That's what the criticism is now. That this is a hate group.
There's a woman from Fair that she's along with this trip. And again, there's no agenda to this, and that's what people need to understand. There's no preset agenda. This is a fact-finding mission. This is a group of sheriffs who want to come down here to see what's being done, what's going on, and we'll come back and we'll basically approach the National Sheriff's Association and say, listen, this is what we saw. This is what we know to be true. Let's put the pressure on Washington because the sheriffs represent the people like no other elected official.
Well, and you also are on the subcommittee with a National Sheriff's Association on the Immigration Border Subcommittee. So it makes good sense for you to go down there, for God's sakes.
Absolutely. I sit on two committees, the Immigration and Border Security Committee and also the Homeland Security Committee, and this is a Homeland Security issue.
What are you seeing as far as what our government is doing to assist down there? I know that the people are already in place and the law enforcement's there, but do you have a lot of Homeland Security there that are, having trailers and tents put up to take care of this influx of people? Or what is the government doing?
Now, again, I'm only speaking to what I've already seen.
Certainly.
I know that Health and Human Services is down here in a large contingent. I know that, again, I can only tell you that Department of Public Safety, law enforcement is doing their job. Border Patrol is doing their job. Department of Natural Resources, local sheriffs are doing their jobs. They're overwhelmed. So the people where the boots are on the ground are getting it done.
What about health issues, Sheriff? We're hearing about health issues down there.
There are some health issues. I don't think they're overwhelming at this point. At least that's not what we've been told. They're having isolated cases. Now I can tell you the numbers they're seeing right now are down a little bit from the spike or the height here a couple of weeks ago. They were encountering over 1,000 people a day. Now they're down to about 700 or 800. So the numbers are dropping off.
Mm-hmm. What about the safety of the law enforcement community and Homeland Security and the border? Are they encountering any of the dangers that certainly could come from these criminals that are coming in? Some of the criminals that are coming in. Are they fearful for their own safety?
Well, absolutely. The boats we're going out on tomorrow, out on the Rio Grande, there's gunfire from the other shore. There's gunfire, whether they're being shot at or whether it's random gunfire, they don't know. So yeah, there's danger in everything they do.
Are you able to speak with the people coming in, the illegals coming in? Are you able to speak to them and find out what they're...
No, we have no direct contact. No, we went into the processing center. I looked, I saw, but you can't take pictures, you can't speak with them.
Can you tell us a little bit about...
I watched the processing being done.
Sheriff, can you tell us a little bit about what you saw, what your feelings are about what you saw?
But like I say, Frank, listen, you know what? It's a humanitarian crisis. It really is. I feel sorry for the kids. I feel sorry for the parents who sent their kids on this trek to survive, basically, knowing whatever life they have here would probably be better than what they had there. But again, how much can we sustain? I'm just not sure we can.
I agree. Well, and Tim was saying earlier in the show that if you take one of these children, you get $6,500 a month, a month.
I can't speak to that. I don't know. What I think this, and again, this is a lot to digest. This is going to be America's crisis of this era, I think. What we do now is going to shape the way America goes forward. I really believe that.
Well, I wish you safe passage again, Sheriff. I thank you for calling in, and you'll be back into our area, Friday or so?
I'll I'll be back to work probably behind my desk Friday afternoon for those who are concerned.
Well, we're not concerned. We're just concerned that you're safe and
be safe.
And thank you for representing us so well.
Tim does want you on the show when you get back.
Yeah, and we want an update from you next week if you can.
I tell you what, I really believe this. I had this opportunity. It's a great opportunity, and I truly think that had I not taken this, it would be a mistake.
Oh, I agree, and I've tried to tell people too that otherwise you're just going to have to rely on reporters telling you what's going on.
Right.
Thank you, Sheriff.
For me to know what's in our future, facing problems, I think it's a value to.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Be safe, Sheriff.
Be safe.
God bless.
Thank you.